Hey everybody, can everybody hear me out there in Streamland? This is a little bit of a different setup, so let me know if you can hear what's going on. And you can see Deva right here. She's up on the screen. Sweet. Okay.
Hello.
Can you hear Deva? Deva, actually, we'll just go. Welcome to the Extra Life charity stream where you guys donate money to have us say stupid on stream and answer your questions and answer Dear Abby questions. Now, if you're not totally familiar with my stream, every time I do a any kind of game, there's a halftime show that goes along with that game. And the halftime show that we did for Fire Emblem was Dear Abby, which is a play off of the advice column from X amount of years ago, where people would write in and ask questions of Abby. And they'd say, Dear Abby, you know, like my romance is blah, 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 help me fix it. And then Abby would write them back. So that's what we did, is we always had questions from the audience, and I would give out stupid advice. Most of them was advice you'd never want to take. You'd never want to do anything with it. But we had a great time. And now that we finished Fire Emblem, a lot of people saying they were missing Dear Abby. So we brought it back for the charity stream. And now today, if you want to ask a question, whether it's Dear Abby, a real question, or you want to give a shout out to somebody or have us read a comment live on stream, you can do so by going to the donate link that my mods are going to be spamming in chat on that way. So the questions I'm pulling from the donation page on Extra Life. So that's what you're going to do today. You guys, if you don't know who I am, my name's Joe Zieja. I'm the voice of Claude in Fire Emblem. I'd like my two guests to introduce themselves to you as well to make sure that, first of all, you can hear them and you can see them. Ratana, you're already up on the screen, so let's hear from you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ratana. You know me as the voice of Leonie in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Ishtar in Fire Emblem Heroes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me, Joe.
Of course. Thanks for coming on. And next, Deva. I love that everybody has antlers. Like that we're in a quarantine and somehow you produced antlers.
You know, Amazon is good for something.
All right. Deva, let's hear from you.
I've had these ready to go. I feel like I'm an honorary golden deer. So.
I think you are. You were in my playthrough.
Well, thanks. I am in some memes in my life playthrough.
Good.
Of life. Anyway, hi y'all. I'm Deva Marie, and I voiced Flayn, is where you may know me from. I'm also in World of Warcraft, Arena of Valor, and some other stuff.
Cool. Oh, I should probably put on music so this isn't really awkward. You guys can't hear it, but I'm putting on music. The music you're listening to is Overclocked Remix Radio on Rainwave. You can type !music in the chat if you ever want to know what exactly is playing at any given time. So we've got a bunch of stuff to get through, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for your donations. I'm going to do my best to sort of keep track of what we've answered and what we haven't. I'm going to try going from the bottom up, and I think that will work to keep everything in sort of chronological order. So
I will help.
Okay.
Yes, same.
Thank you. So our first question, well, that's Ratana. So Ratana, are you okay if we don't answer your question?
Yeah, I
Just
suppose.
so we can get to our first question comes from 3D, who donated $5. Thank you so much. Who asks, Dear Abby, can we Hilda and Childa? Do you guys want to take this one?
Right now?
Hilda, Hilda, Hilda.
Ratana, can we Hilda and Childa?
Duh.
That's not like a proposition. I'm just,
Well,
that's the question.
I mean, I can Hilda. I don't know what a Childa is, but I think it's Hilda's child. So sure, why not?
See, like, I don't know that Hilda can chill. Even though she's super lazy, like, can Hilda Childa? Because most of the time in my stream, Hilda was Kilda-ing. We called her Kilda.
No, Hilda cannot Childa.
Okay.
But she'll
So,
send you the builder.
so the answer to 3D may actually be no. Sorry. The answer may be no. Noella donated $10. Thank you so much. And says, Dear Abby, my mate is too busy butting antlers with other bucks to pay attention to me. How can I make him interested in me again? Deva, give us some relationship advice.
Okay, I got you. So after almost 10 years of marriage to a man buck, I can totally say that the best way is to just spread your musk everywhere. Like maybe don't shower for a couple of days and just get all of that everywhere. That's how we do it in the wild. You know, maybe like lift that tail a little bit, and then you're good. You know.
Are you saying mark your territory?
Yes, mark your territory, mark your buck, mark your man. You do it, and you're good.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, weirdly enough, I'm almost positive I answered a similar question the exact same way during one of my streams where I encouraged someone to use their musk to get. And my always solution was to bait with salt, because deer love salt.
Oh.
Salt licks.
Well,
I agree.
salt on everything, please.
Yeah, salt on everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. Blue Jonelith donated 100 smackaroons and doesn't have a question. Thank you so much, Blue. But I'm a longtime Quest for Glory fan. If you're not familiar with my streams right now, we're in a program called Click and Shtick, where I take you through point-and-click adventures. The point-and-click adventure we're working on right now is a Quest for Glory. And they're alerting me to some fan-inspired games. Hero U, Rogue to Redemption, and some other stuff. And I don't know, I feel like I should be paying you for that because I've never heard of them, and I really want to check them out. So thank you. Evo Boo, who slapped $50 on the table, thank you, asks, what's the favorite or most memorable line or speech you recorded for Fire Emblem Three Houses? Retna, what is it?
Oh God, I never remember what I did. My favorite things though, honestly, were like all of my support conversations with Marianne, I think are some of my favorite like chats. Just because she's so sweet and so pure, and like Leonie was just so like encouraging of her, and they just had this lovely little connection and relationship. So
they were super sweet.
They were super pure, right? Wholesome.
I'm gonna add on to this. What's your favorite line in which you reminded somebody that you studied with Captain Gerald?
All of them.
Okay. Okay. Deva, what was yours? The war cries with Raphael, right? That what you're doing? They're amazing. They're amazing.
My favorite.
What was great about those is like it wasn't just, you didn't do it in one support, you did it over several supports, right? Like you were always yelling.
I was always yelling, and the one that they took in the game that you hear with that that was, I thought that we stopped rolling. And so I was just doing as many as I could, and that one came out, and I started laughing, and that's what made it in the game.
That's awesome. No, like I don't remember a lot of mine, and I remember like because we get asked this a lot, and the one that I used to say was I really liked Claude's death quote. I just thought it was short, it was powerful, it really like summed up his arc of his ambitions. But as I played the game, I really like, I'm the grandson of the grandson of the grandson of the elite Regan. Now tell me who you are. Like when I think that's one of my favorites. Really kind of like comprised Claude in one line. The ghost line was good too.
About him.
Yeah.
I think I just start introducing myself like that in public.
Oh yeah.
You know, just someone and be like, hello, I am the great-great-great-granddaughter of the magnificent Flubida Poobie-Doo, descendant of the chocolate loving dynasty.
Do you spell Flubida Poobie-Doo with a P or an F?
J.
Thank you.
Did you say chocolate love dynasty? Because I want to be a part of that kingdom.
Did.
I would like to be a part of
and
that.
I was like, Okay, you're welcome.
I stand.
Nice. Let's see. Dear Abbey, there's hardly ever like explicit language in Overclock Remix, but for some reason, this particular like is yelling in my ear. I'm gonna turn this down for a second. Oh, where am I? I lost everything.
Roxas 1050.
Thank you. Roxas 1050, thanks for your $5 donation to Extra Life. Dear Abbey, my friend seems to have insomnia. When he does sleep, he sleeps for only a few hours. What should he do to get back to a normal sleep schedule? Should I use the squeaky hammer I got from the carnival to knock him out? It's funny that you said that because my first impulse was to knock him unconscious. My first impulse was definitely violence in this. And actually several people in Twitch chat right off the bat are like, smack him on the head. Smack him on the head.
Wow.
Hit him over the head.
Mean.
So I guess we'll turn to the gentler, more feminine aspects of the stream. Is there anything other than violence that this person can do?
I was going to suggest milk and cookies, but apparently the consensus is whack him on the head. I'm sorry for your concussion, friend, but you'll sleep well.
Worth a good night's sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the squeakiness of the hammer might be problematic. I was going to go for a banjo. You can get a nice chord in there as you strike him over the head, and then he'll just fall asleep.
Did you ever watch Quick Draw McGraw when you were a kid?
Yeah.
So is yelling El Kabong important in that situation? Although he used a guitar instead of a banjo.
Yeah.
It could help. It could help. Yeah.
Now, I have to ask, is your friend a cartoon friend or like a human friend? Because I feel like the squeaky hammer is especially helpful if they are a cartoon friend.
Oh, yeah. You could really get it. Like, if there's a cartoon friend, you could go as far as to drop an anvil on him.
I mean, for real.
Or a piano. Why stop at an anvil?
Right?
Yeah. So you have a lot of options. Snoopy Bird Buddy, who dropped $5, thank you, asks, Dear Abbey, if a deer, a lion, and an eagle, and a wolf all walk into a bar, which one would get drunk fastest?
Oh, I have an answer for this one.
Yeah, hit it.
The bartender.
That's true. That's very true. The bartender would definitely get drunk fastest because, yeah. I don't know. Golden Deer is kind of the party house, right? Although Ashen Wolves, right? You're down in the sewer all day. They probably have like a bunch of whiskey stills and moonshine stuff.
Exactly.
They probably know how to party.
They're making some bathtub gin down there.
Oh, totally. I don't even want to think about what bathtub gin in the sewers uses for like, but oh God. A Starlight Crusader in chat said Claude is a lightweight. He probably is. I imagine Claude being a total lightweight. Like having...
Too busy trying to poison other people, so...
That's true. But I could see Claude like having like half a glass of rosé and like... And be like, hey,
yeah.
You know, like, that'd be awesome. Okay, Gara Sword, who donates $25, thank you to Extra Life, asks, Dear Abbey, where are the fish McGriddles? Leonie said that... I lost the word. Leonie said that Sedit sent some nights after some. That was a really hard sentence to say. But they have yet to return, and it's been a month. Leonie said that Sedit sent some nights after some.
That's like a vocal warm-up right there.
That's
Leonie
rough.
said that it's whoa.
Leonie said that Sedit sent some nights after some.
Yeah. Well, Leonie, why don't you answer that question, Retna?
Well, you know, I think honestly, he picked them up. He picked up the fish McGriddles, the Knights did, and then they got hungry, and they haven't been paid because we've all been just kind of chilling out at home. So they ate the fish McGriddles and came back. You know, they're like, we can't come back because Sedith will kill us. So
Yeah, we
they're
can't
just hanging out in the woods.
Come back with your shield or on it, not without fish McGriddles.
Oh, hell no.
No, you don't do that. Yeah, I think that's fair. Scara D donated $25. Thank you so much. Asks all of us, what piece of fiction, a book, a play, a game, etc., has had a big impact on your life or influenced you, and why? I actually have one if you guys need me to delay.
Yeah, go for it.
When I was in probably 5th or 6th grade, maybe earlier, I read a Robin McKinley book called The Hero and the Crown. And its follow-up book, she only wrote like 3 books, Deva, so like don't get too excited.
No, she did not. No, I can name every Robert McKinley book.
Really, can you?
Yeah.
Well,
She's
I
gonna do
read
it
this
right
book. It was my introduction into fantasy, and it like completely changed. I was like, holy crap, this is the stuff I want to read and write for the rest of my life.
Oh, wow.
And then I ended up writing sci-fi. So, well, sort of, kind of.
It's close.
It's close. So I'd
Okay,
say that had a
I can't
huge impact on my life.
I will say I lied. I can't name every book, but I can probably name like 10.
There's Spindle's End, Hero on the Crown, Blue Sword. That's all I've got.
Deerskin is one. Rose's Daughter is another one. Beauty is another one. Sherwood, another one.
That's cool.
I'm not trying to be a book snob.
No, it's okay. And I'm just thinking about it now. Like the first fantasy books I ever read, both had female protagonists, like female warrior
awesome.
protagonists. Interesting.
That's so awesome.
That's really cool.
In an age where that was like not in vogue to do that
No,
yet.
it was not cool.
Yeah.
You know,
I was. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Funny enough, I think there was a book as well that was super informative for me. I probably shouldn't have read it when I read it, but I did anyway, because I lived in the library. And it was Amelia Atwater Rhodes' book, In the Forests of a Night. It's almost a novella. It's really short. It was her first book, and she was 13 when it was published.
Wow.
And I was writing short stories at the time. And so I latched onto the fact that there was a girl in Massachusetts who had such a strong idea and such a unique take on vampire lore. This is way before Twilight, so there's no sparkles. Sorry.
Well.
I mean, not sorry, there's no sparkles, like it vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that her ideas were so mature reading this at like 14 or so. And that was one of those things where I'm like, hey, there's this girl across the country who can do this. Why don't I follow my dreams and make them happen even though I'm young? So
That's so cool.
Awesome. Ratna, what your piece of art?
Mine it's a little different. I used to go to the library a lot when I was a kid. I also lived in the library, but I discovered a 3 CD box set called A Collector's Sondheim. And it was like everything Stephen Sondheim had ever written musically from like, I don't know, the 60s to like the early 90s. And I got obsessed with Stephen Sondheim, and that was my entry into musical theater.
That's cool.
And it's still one of my favorite, box sets. I go back to it all the time, and there's always lessons to be learned as I get older. I learn different things from the stuff that he's written.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
All these are like Portal stories. Dale Matthew, who dropped 20, thank you so much, asks the question, how do you get into voice acting? Basically, like, what's the tips with the voice acting for video, with the goal of eventually voice acting for video games and other media?
Mm-hmm.
You guys could go if you got something off the top of your head. I have several
Acting
things.
classes.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of
Yep.
acting classes, improv classes, singing lessons, all of the things. If you can't perform and you can't tell a story credibly, then the rest of it doesn't matter.
I agree with that completely. And as someone that has never taken an acting class, I will also say that you should also check out iwanttobeavoiceactor.com.
Yes.
Which is basically an
Yeah.
all-encompassing whatever for voice acting. D. Bradley Baker, who's insanely talented. Tara Platt, the voice of Edelgard, also wrote a book with her husband Yuri Lowenthal called Voiceover Voice Actor. I recommend that. And I have a YouTube series on it too.
Oh,
and
that's fantastic.
Joe's pretty smart about this stuff. I would totally take his advice.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Pretty much 90% of the time. I'm just fumbling through all this like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Diva, anything to add there
Yeah.
before we move on?
You guys nailed it. My first thing was going to say immerse yourself in every acting class you can. The second biggest piece of advice I can give you is, yes, you're going to be competing for roles, but don't look at these people as your competition. Look at them as your fellow creators.
Oh yeah, we're all chill in this industry. We don't backstab.
For
We
real.
don't like stare each other down. It's pretty awesome. Eve, one of the schmoes, who dropped $35.59, which is a super specific number, but thank you. It might be like from Canadian or something. Dear Abbey, why does Joe like to beat up little girls in Shadowverse? Signed Eve, a concerned innocent doe. I don't know where you'd get that from.
Also signed Diva.
Yeah, now everybody's concerned. I don't beat up little girls in Shadowverse. It's not what we do on the stream, okay? This little girl came out onto the field and she yelled, "Don't hurt me," and then proceeded to start to beat up my characters, okay? I was only retaliating.
So you're saying self-defense.
Self-defense, exactly. Thank you, Retina. God. Michelle, one of my mods, dropped 50, thank you, and said, no question, I wanted to donate to help a good cause and say happy 30th anniversary to Fire Emblem. Thank you for taking the time to interact with all of us and bring the community even closer together. Just like in the games, we band together to create something truly special. Proud Fire Emblem fan for 15 years and thrilled that you're a part of the incredible franchise. Thank you for all your hard work. Dear the deer. I would do this, but I have antlers on. Thank you, Michelle. Danielle also drops 25 and says, thank you for all that you do for your humor and good-natured spirit. Also, hashtag Team Gavin. If you're not familiar, I'm the lead character, one of the lead characters in an Otome game, and you can date me. My name is Gavin. Let's see.
And he's so dreamy.
Michael O drops $7, thank you, and says, Dear Abbey, today the Blue Lions and Golden Deer visited my island home. Dimitri became fast friends with Isabel. They even share the same birthday. However, after some time in our new horizons, Claude told Dimitri that today marks a customary tradition to consume weeds. Amongst the following chaos, I was wondering, how do I stop the dude from destroying our deer leader? And how do I now stop Dimitri from listening to KK Metal and attempting to eat every last one of those 99 clumps of weeds? You guys want to field that one?
There's so much to unpack here.
There's a lot to unpack in this question.
I mean, mostly weeds.
There's a lot of weeds.
Okay. so we have, if we break down this question, how do I stop the dude from destroying our deer leader is question number 1.
Yes.
Part 2, how do I stop Dimitri from listening to KK Metal and also attempting to eat an entire stack of weeds?
Okay, so you give the weeds to Claude, and then you take Dimitri out in the woods to go gather some more weeds? I mean...
So you just make the problem like self-feeding, so it never really resolves, but it never really gets bad.
Basically distract, yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll take that. Sakura Dreamers drops $10, thank you, and asks, Dear Abbey, imagine Claude gained the ability to become the hero of red, and Violet has become the hero of white. Which of the students or staff would become the heroes of yellow, pink, blue, black, green, and special silver and gold? Go Fodlan Rangers. What would... Oh, no, I'm going to divert this question and say, like, what do you guys think the Garrick Mach Zord would look like?
What do I think the Garrick Mach sword would look
Zord.
like?
I mean, you guys know it speaks Power Rangers? Is that...
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I got nothing on this one.
Would it look like a dragon?
I feel like it would look like the Death Knight.
Yeah, okay. Look like Voltron Corgi. No, it would not, Klaya.
Voltron Corgi.
Voltron Corgi is a disturbing image that comes from Deer Simulator. It's really... You don't want to know.
I just imagine it in the Voltron that I know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I have an answer for this one.
Just which among us would become yellow, pink, blue, black, green?
What if they were all
green.
rainbows?
I've got that taken care of. I'm green.
Okay. Yeah, you're clearly green.
You're green?
I'm green.
I would take pink.
Yeah, all right. Okay, cool. So we got that all sorted out. And eventually there would be some kind of Zord. Maybe it would just be like a giant Dorte. A horse? Yeah, I think it would be a giant Dorte. I'm going with that.
I agree. Dig it.
Adele asks, who dropped $50, thanks you. Just no question, just wanted to donate. You're all magical. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you.
You're magical, Adele.
Kevin, who dropped $5, says, when is Claude Bod happening? Claude Bod, it was my pitch at a... Diva's looking like, excuse me?
I'm sorry, is that like dad bod?
No,
or...
it would be a workout. It would be like a streamed workout during
it.
quarantine where like, you know, voice of Claude would take you
Right.
to get Claude bod. I'm not, yeah. I don't know when that's happening.
That is exactly what I thought it was.
Okay, good. I'm
I
glad.
feel like that has to be like an
It's like
Instagram
Claude
challenge or
bod,
something.
okay.
Yeah. Claude bod it will happen when I can get my liability insurance, I guess. Average Schmo donates $5 and says, if I donate $5, will you read this question? No,
Oh,
I won't. That was it. That's the whole message. That's all it says.
That's it.
That's it.
I think the answer is yes.
Kind of by
you're-
default,
By
right?
default, yeah. This question comes from Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, who dropped $10 on the table, and who says, I'm sure you've been considering it. I am, after all, undoubtedly the more capable leader, but perhaps you might be convinced to hand over leadership of the Alliance? It's important that I smell my hand the entire time while I'm doing this as well. I don't know. I'd have to check with Claude on it, but I'm gonna say probably no. Are you, either of you part of an alliance that you'd be willing to hand over to Lawrence just to placate him?
Oh,
Maybe the barbershop alliance?
The barbershop. I'm kind of a team player. I stick with my deer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Go
I
ahead.
give him an alliance of like some shears, kitchen knives, some preschool cutters.
Yeah.
The
A book
Scissor
on
Alliance.
a book on tact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the alliance. That's the alliance that would happen.
Yeah.
Claudia, which was my name for Byleth, so let's just say female Byleth, asks, Dear Abbey, why is Leonie obsessed with my dad, and how do I get her to stop? Leonie, it's all you.
I'm not obsessed with your dad. I can stop anytime.
I can stop anytime I want to. I love it. No, we'll leave it there. Analog Stick, my buddy John, drops $25 and says, just popping in and say hi. Love you, dude. Love you too, John.
Aww.
Acer Zen X donates $10 to Extra Life and asks, Dear Abbey, I'm the assistant to the assistant to the assistant to the assistant to Pearl and Marina, and I want to impress them with my Ultra Stamp skills during Turf Wars. Does the Great Golden Deer have any advice to show off my skills on the battlefield? Do either of you know what this question is about?
I'm sorry, I do not.
Diva, you look like you do, but you're ashamed to admit that you do.
No, I have 100% no clue what this is, but I can try to answer it.
Go
But
for it.
is
That's what Dear Abbey's all
straightforward.
about. Oh, it's a Splatoon question. Chat's telling me.
Okay.
I've never played Splatoon, so all right. We'll go with that.
I thought you said platoon, as in the film.
No. Splatoon.
That's a very different thing.
Okay, I know you squirt people with paint.
Yes.
I know this.
We're on the same level of
say-
knowledge now.
I'm gonna say that is literally all my knowledge, and people look like they're weird with like long floppy ears, or maybe that's their hair.
Okay. Or squids use paint to kill each other. Okay, so here's my advice: duck.
Yeah, just duck. Yep. We covered that one. Great job, guys. Gregory
Great.
Chungus
Oh,
drops $5 and asks, Dear Abbey, Joe Zieja is cool and all, but have you heard of Greg Chun? No.
doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell at all. I don't know. We meet a lot of people, so Greg Chun just doesn't really come to mind. You guys?
I mean, my last name has Greg in it. Gregory.
Gregory.
Right.
I've heard of myself.
Yeah.
I've heard of you.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. or Mrs. Chungus, but no.
We're happy to meet Greg Chun.
Yeah,
but
if there's a real, if he's real,
if he is indeed real.
solid
Yes.
chance he's not.
If
The
there is
imaginary
a real
Greg
Greg Chun, then I'm pretty sure he would be like the best human being, and I would adore him if he was real
Assuming-
and not like
Yeah.
a unicorn.
Yep, got it. Kenny, who dropped $50, thank you so much, asks, Dear Abbey, This is a strange question, but I'm going for it. Dear Abbey, as you may know, ripping and tearing through the minions of hell can be quite exhausting. I was wondering what would Boris and Olga have to say about the Doomslayer stopping by our favorite sauna for a little R&R. Do they have enough steam? So I guess you're asking if the character from Doom were to drop by the sauna, would Boris and Olga be able to handle the amount of steam? Well, regardless of who comes in, you know what Boris is always asking Olga, right? It's always, Olga, bring more steam. So, I mean, it's gonna happen. So what you'd probably hear was Boris saying that a lot. And Olga being like, I need 10 minutes to get more steam. And Boris being very impatient. So that's what I imagine would happen. But eventually, yeah, Doomslayer would turn into a sauna lobster. For sure. We're deep at inside jokes in the stream, you guys. Sorry. We're in the deep now.
See, it sounds like there will be enough steam.
There will probably be enough
there.
steam. Klaya asks, I don't have a question. Can I request a funny face from everyone instead? Thank you for being so awesome.
Okay.
Deva, you're up first since you're... Yeah. That's a great one. That's a great one. That's a great one. Retina? Yeah, that's a great one too. Hang on, I'm gonna use the antlers here. I think what we do, combat antlers? That's what we got. Thank you for the donation. Did I put my antlers on right? I did. Schmod Squad didn't put anything. Mod support intensifies. I'm assuming it's one of my mods. Thank you.
Yay.
Drops $25. Thank you. Mr. Tibbles, who donates $13, asks, have you ever watched the show Firefly? And if so, did you like it? This question could either start like a really big fight.
Wait, can I just point out the fact that he donated a leet amount of money?
Ah, nice. I didn't catch that.
Wait, say that again. He donated a how much amount of money?
1337. Yeah, leet.
1337.
Leet speak. Nice.
Well done. Firefly is amazing. The most short-lived show ever, but so good.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Serenity, the movie, probably better than the
Yes.
series. But that's a universe I want to live in. Well, a lot of people die, so maybe I don't want to live in it, but experience.
Best
Diva,
show
have
in the verse.
you seen it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were all still friends.
No, I've seen it. I love it. My personal thing is I think it was ahead of its time, and the average viewer wasn't ready. And if it came out now, it would.
Oh God.
Oh my God,
It would
slay.
dominate.
Yeah.
Dominate.
Yeah.
Dr. Dark Knight Sky donates 5 and says just wanted to donate and say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Ponyboy drops $5 and says no question. I just want to see you explain what butt gang is to Diva and Retina. So yeah. I can't remember. I think it's Marianne's holy relic, right? It's Blut. It's Blutgang, which means like way of blood in German, right? So like when it popped up on the screen real fast, I was playing and I was like, did that just say butt gang? Because BLUTGANG looked like butt gang when I was looking at it real fast, and it just became a thing. Now all of my decks in Shadowverse have the word butt gang in them. People want butt gang shorts with like butt gang on the back of it, which I just don't know if I want to send that message. But that's what butt gang is.
That's just saying something else.
Yeah, it is. So there, I did it, Ponyboy. Are you happy? God. Spiffy drops $40. Thank you. Says that there's a special message on Streamlabs, which I can't get to right now, but I will look at that special message and make sure that Retina and Diva get it later.
Thanks, Biffy.
Ellison donates $7.77. I'm a lifelong fan of Canis and have been following you for so long, but unfortunately I have respectable eyesight. I would like to wear a monocle in order to make myself appear more presentable, but I'm not sure if there's a proper way to don a monocle. How would you wear your monocle? And do you have any suggestions of phrases to use while wearing one? Go for it, guys.
Okay, is this like the Mr. Peanut monocle or like the Monopoly guy monocle?
Yeah, the floor is open.
I think you wear one very carefully. You're probably gonna have to switch eyes from time to time because otherwise you're gonna get like overly squinty on one side. And anytime you use a monocle, it doesn't matter what you say. You must twist your mustache while you are using your monocle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's an important rule of monocle wearing is there always must be mustache twirling, which I agree with. Not in a sinister way, not in like a but just in a
thoughtful
contemplating
way.
kind of way. Deva, any monocle advice?
Oh man. I tell you what, I heard this and I was like, yes, you wear all of the monocles. You don't just need one. I mean, why not have like 20 or 20,000? Just have all of the monocles on.
Ouch.
You'll be able to see so well. Not only that, you will look like a badass because you will have all the monocles. People are looking in their phones, right, to check the time. You're going to have these aren't phones, these are glasses. You know, I clearly need some copies. So if you're wearing a monocle, you have two options. Have a lot of tea or maybe like a sifter. I think that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Did you say snifter?
Yes.
I love it.
Somebody
in the chat said that they don't have a mustache. Grow one.
Yeah. Whatever. It doesn't matter if
one.
you're female or male. You got to grow that mustache. If you're gonna commit to the monocle, you gotta commit.
And if you need to wait a couple years for puberty to kick you.
Yeah.
That's great. It's fine.
And I think it's important, like, if you're gonna, phrases to say, it doesn't really matter what you say, as long as it's a combination of uppity Brit and, like, Theodore Roosevelt. We're just like, oh, this bully, oh, that's quite capital of you to say, young man. That'll probably do you for monocle speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw in like a pish posh.
Pish posh! Right. Yeah, that's good.
You could do a little Katharine Hepburn in there too, you know. You could just be very, very posh, mid-Atlantic kind of.
That's good. That's funny. Like, the only Katharine Hepburn I know is the Dana Carvey impression of Katharine Hepburn, which sounds nothing like that. She's like, like he's always doing that.
Just like Dana Carvey.
Yeah, it sounds just like Dana Carvey. So
Love it.
I have no idea what Katharine Hepburn really sounds like. I just know what Dana Carvey's impression of Katharine Hepburn sounds like.
That's pretty close.
Aki, who one of my mods, drops $5 and says, "Dear Abbey, someone said if we reached the charity goal, everyone would get a Lawrence haircut. How does that sound?" Nobody said that, Aki. Nobody said, not a single person said that, ever. And if you did, you're banned. This is my Twitch.
What is our charity goal?
I think it was
for a
set
good cause.
arbitrarily at like $2,500. This is all kind of thrown together. I don't know what it is right now because I haven't refreshed the page. But the answer to that, Aki, is no. She also says, "Love you guys and thanks for your work." And I love you and thank you for your work. You're
love
awesome.
you.
She's one of my artists
That's awesome.
and mods.
Oh, that's great.
White Fang asks like a serious Dear Abby question. Dear Abby, I find myself lacking motivation lately, from making art to doing schoolwork. Any advice on how to overcome this? How do you guys overcome lack of motivation? And you can't say you're not motivated to answer the question and cop out. That's not
Okay.
how it works.
Deva, you want to go or you want me?
I'll take this. Moment of realness. Level with you guys. I was feeling like this last week, and I reached out to a couple people. And I think when you're feeling unmotivated, one of the best things to do is reach to someone in your support group, whether it's a parent, whether it's a teacher, a friend, or mentor, and just say, "Hey, I am feeling like this. I need to talk these feelings through." Because a lot of times there's gonna be something going on, like whether it's I'm missing hugging people and going outside. Find something to just jog your energy and make a goal. Maybe your motivation to fulfill a goal that day is I am going to beat this level of a video game, or I am going to do this or make breakfast. And if that's what you need for that day, that is fine, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
I love
That's my
that.
answer.
Sometimes just putting on pants is enough.
Right? Or taking a nap.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't judge yourself too hard. When I'm lacking motivation, and I usually switch to a different project, because I'm usually running. I have many irons in the fire, and I switch. If I can't motivate myself someplace, I'll switch to something that's easier to get motivated in.
That's great advice. Just give yourself a small win or give yourself a break.
Yeah, small wins are super important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don, who dropped $10, thank you. Not a question, just wanted to say that your streams make my day even if I seem to miss a bunch. Also, you should totally play the game Rhyme. Isn't that what, like, no, that's a rind. I'm like, what's on the edge of an orange? It's the rind, right?
Yes. Yes.
What is Rhyme? Rhyme is a type of ice. Here, you ready for this? Rhyme is a type of ice that builds up on airplane wings. There's several different kinds of ice, and Rhyme is one of them. Rhyme is kind of like a foggy ice. And in some cases can be the most dangerous for flight. And if I had my knowledge drop graphic on here, I would click that. You guys just got a knowledge drop, and this isn't even one of my streams.
I feel smarter now.
Yeah, there you go. Look up Rhyme ice.
That's awesome.
So no, I don't want to play around with foggy ice, but thank you. Noella drops $5 and asks, do you have any pets? You guys have pets?
I don't. I'm not allowed.
Oh yeah, LA apartment life.
Mm-hmm.
You can be, she's like surrogate auntie to mine. I send her pictures of them a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. Whenever she does, I do spoon.
Nice. Tell us about your pets, Deva.
I have two cats named Spoon and Luna. They are sisters. Adopted them about 9.5 years ago. And we were originally going to go look at a bagel mix like a couple hours away. And so drove before I had any coffee. It was hell. And then we got to a shelter and saw these two little babies with some other little babies and learned that these 4 kittens and their mom had been abandoned outside of a zoo in a box. And we're looking for homes. So we grabbed one and we said, this is Spoon. This is her name now. And
Okay.
we're really encouraging them to go in groups. So we picked out another one that looked like they had bonded. And we decided to name her Luna. She looked like she had a crescent on her nose. And they're my babies. They're my babies.
Wow. I have no pets. I had a cat a little while ago, but that was the only pet, like a really long-term pet I've had in my life. I had a hamster once when I was little that lived for 4 years.
Wow. That's like a long time for a
Like,
hamster.
whoa. He was like the wisest old sage of hamsters. Like other hamsters would come to
advice.
him for advice.
Like the Obi-Wan of
Yeah.
hamsters.
Yeah.
I like it. Did you have a cane?
Say what?
Did your hamster have a cane?
No.
Like a punch with a cane?
No. No.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think of what other like old things. It eventually ate out of like a medicine dropper.
Oh,
That was kind of old Manny. Other than that, no. He was strong until the end.
Aw.
Strong until the end.
Strong like bull.
Strong like bull.
hamster.
Barry Bach drops $30 to Extra Life. Thank you so much. And says, no question, but happy to donate. And then also, Leonie equals best deer. Sorry, Claude.
Aw.
I'm not
Thanks,
mad.
Barry.
I'm not mad.
there's a pet for you. Sorry. There's a pet for you. A baby deer.
A baby deer, a fawn.
Aw.
Yeah,
Fun.
I would do it. Gara Sword drops $25, thank you, and asks, Dear Abbey, I recently found a strange navigation app on my phone, and when I use it, everything distorts and a talking cat appears. The cat also tells me to go to sleep. What should I do? That's Sothis in disguise, and you need to be very careful. Yeah, you need to be super, super careful. Do not, under any circumstances, try to steal or injure anybody's heart. It is illegal and causes permanent lasting harm to the individual from whom you are stealing their heart. Hearts are integral parts of our anatomy. Please don't remove them.
Literally cannot live without them.
Cannot live without them. Okay. That's a Persona 5 joke if you guys aren't familiar.
No.
Sans Titre, who drops $5, asks, Dear Abbey, what does Fodlan's language sound like?
Without title asks what Fodlan's language sounds like.
Yeah.
Whatever you think it sounds like. I think if you speak English, it's probably English. If you speak French, it's probably French.
I'd like to imagine that they're all running around speaking Pig Latin.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's just really the golden deer, though.
Like olden age ear day. And it sounds super silly all the time.
Not gonna lie, my first thought was it's not a language as much as a way of speaking, and as much as they yodel.
A fodelin' yodeler. A fodelin' yodeler.
A fodler?
A fodler.
Fodalehi-hoo.
I love it. Yeah. It's very mountain. It can be like very mountainous. I could see people like climbing the snowy peaks and yodeling. It's good. Athena asks, oh, sorry, anonymous. Wait, no, I scrolled way up.
Jade.
Jade asks, thank you for your donation. Hey, everyone. Would you say hi to Dia, Cam, and Caden? Especially Dia, who has an Animal Crossing island named Elmira with both Claude and Deidre. Hi, Cam, Dia, and Caden. I hope you enjoy your island. You guys could say hi, too.
Hi.
I'm just loud.
Hi, Cam. Hi, Dia and Cam and Caden. I hope you guys have a great time on your island. I also have a deer, and she's golden in my heart on my island named Fauna, and she's my baby. So I wish you all the luck on yours and with your island.
Yes, have fun on Elmira. Not to be confused with Elmira, the character from Tiny Toons.
Yes. Anonymous asks, Dear Abbey, who would win in a fight? Flayn with poison, Leonie with a fish, or Claude with Gerald? So I'm going to take this the way that I know you didn't mean it. I think Flayn would lose to the poison. Leonie would lose to the fish. And Claude would probably lose to Gerald. I know that's not what you were asking, but I really wanted to answer it that way.
I concur.
Yeah. Deva, any thoughts?
I'm going to say that Flayn has devised a Vizzini-type plan in which, not Vizzini, but him a la Dread Pirate Roberts, and that she has been imbibing small bits of
oh, I see. Of poison over time.
In order to make sure she won't be snuck up on. Yeah, you know, Seneth is very suspicious, so he makes sure that everything she does is...
Okay.
You've been practicing with the iocane powder, have you?
Nice.
Yep.
Before we go on, I want to say that like the time for questions has ended because we'll spend the rest of the time getting through what we have. Thank you for your donations. You are of course welcome to donate. Extra Life is an amazing cause, and it is worth every dollar that you throw at them. Athena asks, Dear Abbey, if you could switch characters to a character from a different house, who would it be and why?
Ooh. So many choices, so little time.
Like if we were different characters than who we voiced, I'm guessing?
I would go with Dimitri for me.
Yeah.
I think his story is interesting, and then at least I might know how he lost his eye, because nobody knows.
Yeah,
that's true. Best kept secret.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I think I would love to be Dorothea just because I like to sing, and I don't sing as well as Allegra does, but you know, that would be fun.
I'm split between someone like Shamir and then Edelgard, actually.
You just want to kill someone.
She's got murdery feelings, you guys.
I know. You wouldn't know it from this face. But, yeah. I don't get the opportunity often, because I'm tiny, to really rage. And so when I get those opportunities, I love it.
Well, neither of those, they're not too ragey. Like, Edelgard kills people to, like, fulfill a plan, but Shamir is just, like, it's almost like she does it for fun. Like, she, like, really enjoys it.
Oh, I love it. There's something just not evil, but just demonically playful, and I love it.
Okay, yeah.
I love it. One day you should be Roxy Hart in Chicago.
Nice.
Oh, girl.
Robin drops $5. Thank you. And says, since we're all in quarantine, what do you think your Three Houses character would be doing in quarantine? Love all three of you. Your characters in Three Houses are top tier.
Aw. Well, I'll start. Leonie would be training. She'd be that person doing like all of those push-up, sit-up, pull-up challenges.
Claude would be pranking everybody, and now that he like has them in like a, he would just be pranking everybody in a socially in a social separation good way.
So Flayn and Cetus would be quarantined together. They would be sheltering at home together.
True.
And I am sure that they would both get on each other's nerves, but I imagine that there would be some really sweet night when they couldn't go to the ocean because they had to stay at home. And so Cetus and Flayn would create, like, they would get a blow-up little baby bubble, like, little baby tub.
Oh my God.
I want this to be a thing
I want
now.
this to be real.
Yes.
Put fake fish in it. I sent Mark a message, and it was just a picture of the two of us, and I was like, your sister misses you.
Oh my God.
So pure.
And Bernadetta would be it would be a normal day. She probably wouldn't know that quarantine was happening.
No.
Schmod Squad asks
for the quarantine.
For $10, thank you. I've been seeing this weird guy that's not Captain Gerald running around Garrick Mach doing parkour, challenging people who aren't Captain Gerald to fight him with a baguette in these weird Claude and not Captain Gerald impressions. Should I be concerned? I think you found my mods. And just, that's fine. I'll take care of it. Sorry, guys, that they got all over the place. Sometimes they just go out there. Adele drops another $10, thank you, and asks, Dear Abbey, my demon desk guardian Diablo. Did you put the tongue twister in the last one too? That my demon desk guardian Diablo is always...
Yep, it's her again.
Yeah, what's up with your alliteration? Staring at me judgingly. What would you recommend I do to stop him that won't invoke the wrath of a demon lord? What would the dude do to deal with the demon Diablo on a desk?
He would tell him not to eat the weeds.
That sounds like something you would do. So maybe just try giving your demon lord some weeds.
Actually, give him the weeds that Dimitri was trying to eat in the previous question.
Exactly.
And then we've solved that problem.
Yep, then the weeds disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think that wraps that up nicely. Flying Ace asks, what instruments would your characters play in marching band?
I'm pretty sure Leonie has no rhythm. But she would love to play
I can totally see that. Like Leonie trying to dance and looking like Elaine from Seinfeld.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly how I picture it.
What would Claude play?
I feel like Claude would be super comfortable, like, just rocking a flute.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems right. But he'd be, like, really into it.
Well, because he's like the Pied Piper anyway.
Exactly.
So...
Exactly. At first, I was like, maybe like a piccolo trumpet. But no, I think flute. I
was thinking like a penny whistle.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be even better.
Yes.
Yeah. Just something super specific.
Yeah.
And just out there.
Flayn?
Okay. So, honestly, I can feel her probably trying to go full ham to impress and try to, like, really assimilate with the rest of the marching band. So we would have, like, some contraption so she could have bongos, like, where she could walk around.
Oh, nice.
But instead of playing them with drumsticks, she would have, like, two fish and just, like, flapping these fish on the drum.
Wow. They had to be frozen fish. Otherwise, that would be, like,
yeah.
That would be disgusting.
It would be like, bloop, bloop.
But she would mean well.
Aww.
That's, of course. 3D from the TeamFE says, thanks to everyone's efforts, Team Fire Emblem has raised a lifetime total of over $30,000 for Extra Life. And
wow.
Guys, we're $1,000 of that.
That's amazing, you guys.
So thank you so much, everybody, for the donations. We have our last question, which comes from Maki Rose, who says, I'm glad you're all doing this for such a wonderful cause. It makes me really grateful to be part of this community. And even in rough times, we can get through this. The question is, if Claude, Leonie, and Flayn were to play any video game, what would it be? Well, the only game we've played together has been Jackbox, which was like I almost threw up. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, it was so fun.
Wildly inappropriate, but yes, a lot of fun. I don't know. Mario Kart? Does that sound right?
Oh my God, Mario Kart sounds amazing.
I feel like we could play Mario Kart, or even Mario Kart or like Mario Party.
Yeah,
Mario Party would be good.
that would be fun. What were those games that they used to play on the mat? Like where you would dance on the mat?
Twister?
No, not Twister, like the video games, like not Dance Dance Revolution, but like there used to be a bunch of those where you could just like, you know, do something that
Like the
requires
Nintendo Power,
exercise.
the Nintendo
Yes!
Power Pad?
Yes,
The
like
track and
old
field
school.
game and stuff like that?
Yes, Duck Hunt.
You know that a version of that game, that track and field game, is the most expensive video game in the world right now? There's a version of it that like sells for 6 figures
That's
because it's super
insane.
rare. Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah.
Wow.
6 figures may be overdoing it, but maybe 5 figures.
I feel like I squandered my childhood. I'm pretty sure we had that growing up.
Yeah, it was a very specific version of it, but cool.
Wow.
Well, thank you everyone so much for. I'm gonna move this out of my way so I can. Thank you guys for all your donations and hanging out with us for an hour. Our hour of the Fire Emblem 30 anniversary. So we raised $30,000 on the 30th anniversary of Fire Emblem. I think that's pretty perfect.
That's amazing.
Deva and Ratana, thank you for being on the stream and helping us.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
Do you guys have any parting words for the fans? Where can they find you? What are you doing? Plug yourself. Do it.
Go ahead, Deva.
Oh God, I'm so bad at self-plugging. You can find me at Deva_Marie on pretty much anything except TikTok because I'm too old. DEVA_Marie. What do I have? I have some NBA stuff that I can't talk about, but I have an audiobook coming out in a couple of weeks called The Black Knight. That's gonna be pretty fun. Yeah.
Sweet.
Wash your hands.
And wash your hands. Don't breathe on people.
That's right.
No.
Wear a face mask when you go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Diamond Song. My little plug is Deva and I and Christian host a weekly brunch with the Bard on Sundays. So we've done a few different things, and I think are we on week 4 next week? So
Wow,
help us
really?
decide what we're gonna do next week.
It's a fun time. You guys should definitely go
come
if you're hanging out on a Sunday.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's what I got to plug that I can talk about. But yeah, thanks for having us, you guys.
Of course. Guys, thank you
And
so
we
much.
always have-
Go ahead, Deva. I hear you saying something.
Oh, I was gonna say we always have room for you if you ever want to.
Yes.
Thanks so much. We had a good
Your
time.
Helena was iconic.
Yeah. Those were the days. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for all your donations. Thank you for all the support. We love hanging out with you guys. You are what makes Fire Emblem fun. So thank you for being you. Thank you for loving each other. Stay safe, stay healthy, and of course, fear the deer. Bye, guys.